I don't think I've ever told this story, but my friend was videotaping the party, and I said, "Come down to the back of the house." And I don't know why I did this. I said, "Just put the camera on."
Have you ever loved someone so deeply that no amount of time could erase their memory? For Kevin Costner, Hollywood's golden man of the 90s and the powerful presence behind The Bodyguard and Yellowstone, one love left a scar he never speaks of easily. It wasn't just a passing romance or on-set chemistry, it was a soul-level connection that changed him forever. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Costner finally let down his guard and revealed the heartbreak that quietly shaped his life behind the scenes. This wasn't in the tabloids. This wasn't part of the script. This was real. And what he finally admitted will leave you seeing him in an entirely different light. Stick around, because once you hear what he said, you'll never forget it. The Golden Boy of Hollywood. From the very beginning, Kevin Costner stood out. Not because he chased the spotlight, but because the spotlight found him. Born in 1955 in Linwood, California, Costner was the son of a middle-class family, a boy who loved storytelling, baseball, and music. But it wasn't until college that his passion for acting took hold. A chance encounter on an airplane with Richard Burton changed everything. Burton told him to chase his dreams. And Kevin did. His rise was nothing short of remarkable. He broke through with The Untouchables in 1987, quickly followed by Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, and then his masterpiece, Dances with Wolves. That film, which he directed and starred in, won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. Overnight, Costner became more than an actor. He was a symbol of cinematic integrity, a golden boy who combined rugged masculinity with emotional depth. Audiences connected with him because he felt real. He wasn't trying to be someone he wasn't. Whether playing a romantic hero in The Bodyguard or a quiet rebel in Open Range, Kevin brought authenticity. He didn't just act, he made you believe. But as his fame exploded, so did the demands. Press tours, interviews, shooting schedules, and an industry that never stopped moving. While Kevin remained calm under pressure, those close to him saw a man stretched thin, trying to balance an ever-expanding career with the quiet life he once knew. At home, things were shifting. The line between Kevin the actor and Kevin the husband began to blur. Stardom may have brought him wealth and accolades, but it also brought pressure, distance, and emotional exhaustion. Even then, no one, not even Kevin, could predict how much his personal life would soon unravel. Because behind every great man, there's usually someone quietly holding him together. For Costner, that person was his first great love. And what happened next would break him in ways success could never fix. A love that broke him. Long before the limelight, there was Cindy Silva, Kevin's college sweetheart and, for a time, the love of his life. They met at California State University, Fullerton. He was a struggling business student. She was warm, brilliant, and driven. She once played Snow White at Disneyland, and to Kevin, she truly was a fairy tale in human form. Their relationship was built on simplicity, campus walks, shared dreams, and late-night talks about the future. In 1978, they married. It wasn't glamorous, but it was full of hope. As Kevin began chasing acting jobs, it was Cindy who paid the bills, cheered him on, and offered quiet encouragement when things didn't go as planned. When Kevin got his big break, it was Cindy who kept him grounded. As the roles grew bigger, so did the stakes. The Untouchables, Field of Dreams, Robin Hood, his fame skyrocketed. Still, she was always there, raising their children, protecting their privacy, and maintaining a sense of normalcy. But Hollywood is rarely kind to relationships. The time apart grew longer. The attention from others became more intense. Rumors of infidelity swirled, and eventually, their once rock-solid marriage began to crumble. In 1994, after 16 years and 3 children, Kevin and Cindy divorced. The settlement made headlines, one of the largest in Hollywood history. But the real pain didn't make the news. Kevin later admitted it privately. He had lost not just a wife, but his anchor, his safe place. "I never recovered from losing her," he confessed years later. Friends say he was never the same. While he continued working, something had changed. He became more guarded, more introspective. He dated others. He remarried. But none of those relationships carried the same emotional weight. In every interview, when asked about Cindy, his answers were short, respectful, but telling. There was always a pause, a flicker of what once was. Even as he found love again with Christine Baumgartner, whispers persisted. Cindy was the one that got away. Sometimes, the greatest pain comes not from betrayal or drama, but from watching something beautiful slowly fall apart. For Kevin, that love story, the one he started before the fame, was the only one he truly mourned. The wound that never healed. Decades have passed since Kevin and Cindy parted ways, but the echoes of that heartbreak linger. Though Kevin went on to marry model Christine Baumgartner and raise more children, the shadows of his past continued to follow him. In 2023, his split from Christine dominated headlines. Accusations, court battles, custody disagreements. It felt all too familiar. And this time, Kevin seemed more weary. It wasn't just about dividing assets, it was about confronting the truth. No matter how far he had come, he still hadn't truly healed from what he lost in the 90s. Hollywood often masks pain behind designer suits and movie posters, but those close to Kevin say he carries his heartbreak quietly. He pours it into his work. You can see it in his performance in Yellowstone, where he plays a stoic, emotionally scarred patriarch. It's not just acting, it's lived experience. In private moments, Kevin has shared that the hardest part of losing Cindy wasn't the divorce itself. It was realizing that time doesn't fix everything. That even years later, a certain memory, song, or photograph can bring it all rushing back. "It doesn't go away," he once admitted. "You just learn to carry it." He's found purpose in film, in family, in causes he cares about. But some wounds don't heal. They scar. And behind Kevin's iconic smile lies a deeply human story. One of love, loss, and quiet endurance. To the world, he's a legend. But to himself, he's still the man who lost the one person who believed in him before the world ever did. Kevin Costner's story reminds us that behind the fame lies fragile humanity. If this moved you, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more emotional true Hollywood stories, because the truth behind the stars is often the most powerful tale of all.